Hey everyone, it's Channel Lego Moore here with a LEGO Summer 2017 City Set review. Set number is 60153. This is the People Pack Fun at the Beach set. It is kind of a successor to the Fun at the Park set from last year. It has 169 pieces, 15 minifigures. Retail price is $40 here in the United States. Picked this up at my local Toys R Us. So here's the box of the set. As you can see, pretty awesome design. I also like how you can also interchange the figures as well, which is pretty neat. And you also get 2 instruction manuals in this set. The previous set actually had 4 of them, which was pretty interesting. And you can also see on the back here we have a ad for a LEGO City cover, which it says Nintendo NX on it, which is really weird. Of course, as we know for a fact that the NX is the Switch, and you can also see the Jungle sets and Coast Guard sets for this year. So let's go on with the minifigures because there is a lot in this set. So first off with this little boy here, and he looks really good. And I literally love those dual molded legs, the short legs. None of the minifigures also have no alternate face prints, so I won't show you guys the gears. Of course, he does use the same face as Robin from the Next to Nights line. Love that torso, and the short legs are really cool, and I like the back print as well. So a very cool figure. And we have our next figure up. We have this girl here, and she has a sand bucket of sand in there, which has a stud in there and a shovel. She also has the green short legs molded in, and some nice printing on her torso as well, as you can see there. There's the back print as well, and you can just see the legs as well. So a really nice design on the figure as well. And then we have our next figure up. We have another child as well. She also has some pretty cool designs on her torso, and a nice face as well, which is always nice to get. And then there's the back print on the torso, so another great print as well. Then we have our swimmer here, and she has a nice print on her torso, and her legs as well. Kind of wish it also contained around too, but you can see her design looks really good. And there's the back print on the torso as well, so a very cool figure as well. So you may notice there's a lot of useful parts in here. Then we have this guy right here, and he does have the nice design as well. You can see he has the metal detector piece in his hand, which is the newer style, which looks really cool. He also has that really awesome new torso, which has a little bit of a belly print there too, that nice Hawaiian shirt. He's got that nice face print and some printing on the back, so this is a really awesome torso. Again, a lot of the torsos and legs in this set are very awesome and are very useful. And we have our scuba diver here. And you can see he has that really cool design. There's the face underneath. Just love the detailing. Again, back print, very useful. It's not specific to one thing. The torso and legs, so I really can find useful for that. Then we have our janitor here. And he's got that very cool chipper face as well. See the overalls there. There's the back print on the torso as well. And you can just see he has also a broom as an accessory. Then we have our next one here. And she definitely looks good too. She has the camera, and she has the bikini top. And the face print's pretty cool too. And also the dual molded legs with the green on them look really good, and I can see some use from that. And back print on the torso as well, so that's a really cool design. Can really see use out of that. Alright, so then we have the grandmother, and she has some great dual molded legs as well. She has the old style swimsuit with that nice $100 bill she has in her hand. And you can see her dual mold legs, front and back print on the torso. And these legs, of course, I'm going to see some people use for the Flash minifigure that we already got. And I've tried it on, guys, and it works really well, honestly. So, really impressed with that. Great minifigure there. We have another swimmer guy here. And he's got a pretty plain looking torso, as you can see. And he also has those dual molded legs with the brown, or sorry, not the brown, the blue. And they look really good, as well as the back print on the torso. You can just see he even has that nice sleepyhead hair in that caramel color, which looks really good. Then we have our female here with some like ice cream or Italian ice. She just has plain black red legs. Sorry, she has plain red legs. Sorry, I'm getting a little messed up. I'm a little tired. But you can see the design on her torso. Looks really good. Back print as well. Really like that. Kind of looks like a sailor. Then we have our next one up, which is our female surfer scuba diver. She has that nice ponytail part in blonde color. There's the back print on her torso, and you can see she has the life vest piece on, which you can see the torso print there, which looks really good. So you can see print there. Very cool figure. I know a lot of people aren't too big fan of the new life vests for sure. I think a lot of people like the older ones, but I don't really mind it. Then we have our kayaker, who has that Chase McCain hairpiece. And again, you can see the back print on his torso. He has that really nice oar piece, which of course is a brand new element this year. And you can just see the way it looks, which looks really cool. I like the design on that. I think it looks really good. And of course, just has the one face. And there's the print on the torso as well. So, about 2 minifigures left. So yeah, this is definitely an amazing pack. We have our boy here as well, with a nice face print underneath. And he also has that nice printed foam part, which I think appeared in the Friends sets. And you can just see the printing on his torso as well. It's just a great design on him. And we finally end off with our lifeguard. Was a different face print from the guy in the blue bathing suit. Back print on the torso. He has a megaphone and binoculars as well, which looks really awesome. So those are the minifigures. Now let's take a look at many of the builds for the set. So there's a lot of things here to go around with, and they all have stories. So first off, we'll start with some of the animals here. We'll first actually start off with our dog here, and this is actually a Dalmatian, which is really, really cool. I really like the design on it. Looks really awesome. I'm really glad LEGO is giving us more dog breeds as well, so I really like the variety, which looks really good. Again, look at the spots and the printing all over it. Looks really good. So there's our Dalmatian. Then we have our fish here, which we've been getting quite a few times, but it's still nice to get the silver fish, as you can see. And looks really good as well. Still a great piece, even though it's pretty common. One of the best parts about the set is this is also the first major set, not kind of the minifigure series, to get a lobster, which is really cool, because the first time we got this was the Batman movie collectible minifigures line, so getting the lobster in an actual set is really cool. And again, just really awesome design on the lobster. Then we have our dolphin, which I believe is a new mold. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe this is a brand new mold. It's got some great print molding on the mouth there. And of course has the printing on the eyes. And has a few anti-studs on the bottom too. So that's pretty interesting, because it can stick to something, like like right over here. Make it look like it's jumping up in the air, which is really neat. Just to show you an example, kind of looks like a ball-nosed dolphin, but looks really good too. And if I'm correct, there's a little part where you can hold a minifigure on there too, which is pretty interesting. So let's start off with another new element here, and that is our kayak, which is a brand new mold, and it has this nice red color with it. And of course, this is where the kayaker fits right in. And I don't believe it floats. I think it does float according to Jane Bricks. But you can just see the design of it looks really cool, and I like how it uses the red coloring, and just a new mold looks good, because we've had canoes before. This is our first kayak piece. So this also makes me hopeful we get the bat kayak next year. Then we have our little beach chair here, which is a nice little build with this nice red and gray color. So you can definitely see you can move it up and down. You can lay a person on there as well, which is pretty neat. Then we have our boombox, which has some nice printing, as well as the molded design for the handles, which look really good. Show you guys the print there, and You can put one of the boys on there. You can see ready to jam out, which is pretty neat. Alright, then we also have our banana and garbage can, which is for the janitor. And you can see he's basically cleaning up the street, so you can see a banana peel and you can put it in the garbage can, which is this nice green color, as you can see. So you can definitely, hold on to it, bring it around to the garbage can. We also have this table bill, which is pretty neat too. I like the design on it. I think it looks really good. It has that nice umbrella part on it, and it has a nice base to it as well. Nothing too special, but it is useful regardless. We can set someone there. Oops. So we then also have our little, ice cream machine or Italian ice machine. You can see there's an ice cream cone there, and of course the lever to activate it as well. Also has the tap part for it as well, which you can definitely put the lady with the ice cream cone here as well. And then we'll move on to our next build, and that is our sandcastle here, which I really like the design of the sandcastle. It's a pretty simple yet very effective build. And of course, the girl with the sandbox and shovel obviously built it, so you can see there. Just a great design on her, like I said before. And then the sandcastle, she's definitely standing in front of her artistic design, which is really neat as well. And I really like how it came out. Then we also have our little windsurfer build, which is pretty neat as well. You can see we have a nice plastic sail, which we do get an extra in this set too, so that's pretty awesome. And you can put one of the windsurfer on as well, and you can make her sail across, which is pretty neat. You can definitely pose her around a bit, and you can definitely, she's a little hard to pose a bit, but once you get there, we go. So she can definitely, ride the waves through the wind, which is pretty neat. We also have our gold coin here, which is the main object that our guy with the metal detector is going to find, and once he finds it, he's definitely going to find it, keep it for himself, think of it as treasure, which is pretty neat. Then we also have our volleyball and volleyball net, so that's really cool that you can play volleyball, which is pretty neat. It's a pretty simple build. You do use the 1x4 fence pieces for the net, and you also have our white soccer ball, so you can play volleyball, which is pretty neat as well. I think just loving the aesthetic, because I don't think we've really had a volleyball design ever in LEGO. I could be wrong. And then we have our hammock piece. This is a pretty awesome build. It's actually the last thing you build in the set. It's a really nice design. You have some palm trees, and you have this nice fabric part where you can put a minifigure right on there, and you can rest on the design there. As you can see as well, great design. Then we finally end off with our lifeguard post, which has a parrot up on top, has a green life preserver, and has also one of these support pieces, which you don't really see too often. And then the lifeguard can go right on top, and he can view the beach as well. So that is pretty much everything that there is to see with the Fun at the Beach set. So overall, my thoughts on this set, just like the Fun in the Park, I think this set is definitely another winner in my book for one main reason, and that's 15 normal civilian minifigures for $40. And again, just while you don't get a lot of pieces, you get 15 minifigures for that price, which I think was a big deal. The Fun at the Park set was definitely of its time revolutionary because it contained many new things that we really haven't seen before with the Lego world, and with that came this set, which follows up completely from the previous Fun at the Park set. And the fact that you get a lot of good stuff within this set just makes me love this set a lot too. And for its $40, I think it's personally worth it. The amount of things that are really worth talking about with this set include definitely the new dolphin is such a great part. The new kayak is obviously fun to get. The lobster piece in another set, another way to get the lobster piece, which is really fantastic. The lifeguard is a great post, is an awesome build. I like the hammock build as well. I think it's really neat, and the sandcastles are really good too. And the minifigures. You get a lot of dual molding with the short legs, which is something we really haven't seen in quite a while, because I remember they first used it when the Simpsons theme came out. And the dual molded minifigure legs are definitely going to be useful, like the green one and yellow there, or the blue and yellow ones over, where is it? Right over there. And then, of course, the red and yellow ones, which I think are going to be very useful for the Flash. So a lot of people, there's just a lot with this set that a lot of people will like for $40, and I think it's definitely worth its price, and probably the best city set this year in my opinion. So let me guys know what your thoughts about this set down below are in the comments, and subscribe for more videos. Thanks for watching, and have a happy Memorial Day.